It's the all-new Hot Morning Show with Bekah and Mike D, and for the first time here at Hot 106, we're among royalty right now,
yes.
Mike.
The king.
The self-proclaimed king of R&B.
Sure.
Jacquees is in the building. Welcome to Providence. Welcome to Hot 106.
Thank you. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it.
The love is mutual, so obviously we got to start with that.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, on behalf of morning shows and radio people across the country, thank you for providing us with so much content for weeks. Right after you said, I'm the king of R&B, that's all we talked about. And the phones were jamming. People are like, but. So was that premeditated, or was that something that just kind of came out on Instagram one day?
Nah, I had heard somebody say it on the radio. I had just did a show. I forgot where I had did a show at. And I was listening to the radio because I had like 3 shows that day. So I went from city to city to city. And after I did the second show, I remember I was headed back to the airport, and I just remember one of the talk show hosts on the radio, he was like, man, Jacquees just left the show. He just did his thing, man. He was like, man, if you think about it, man, Jacquees really the king of R&B. They was like, if you got kids, I mean, for his generation, they was like, if you got kids, like, you know, that's what they listening to. Like, man, I just was at the show. Like, you feel me? Like, I just was there. Like, I see girls, how they acting, how they reacting, how they doing everything to him. Like, man, Jacquees king of R&B. And I recorded it. I probably still got the video when I first heard it. Then I went into the airport, and that's when I got to thinking. I was by myself. I was just like, and I was on the phone with my friends. I got off the phone, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm the king of R&B. You feel me? That's just what happened.
Did you expect it to be as huge?
Nah,
I mean, you
didn't
got
know
such a
everybody
pop.
paying attention to me like that. But that let you know everybody be watching. You feel me? They just be acting like they don't. You feel me? Acting like they ain't got no eyes on you.
Yeah, but you think it's because you feel like you're the most like pure R&B artist out right now. Think about it, like everybody raps and sings nowadays,
right.
And I feel like you're purely R&B.
You know, I do the rap projects with Stunner, Lost at Sea and stuff like that. But the reason I think I'm the king of my generation is just because, you know, before I got signed to Stunner, I was already doing my thing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Team Jacquees. You know, I had already made Billboard independently without a push, with just my fans, with just me tweeting out 19 and made number 15 top 15 R&B albums in 2014, you know, and I just got to thinking, like, because, you know, a hit to me is not judged off of, like, you know, the charts and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Of course, those are hits, but I mean, I think a hit is just like when you go to a show and all the people know your songs, I think them hits, you feel me? Like, it's like, so I got hits, and I got hits, more hits than everybody in my generation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might not have the hits on the scoreboard, but I mean, we adding up the score now if you look at it too, because every single we done dropped done went gold or platinum. So I got them hits too, but if you look back, I got other hits like Come Through, Bounce, records that ain't never been on iTunes, you feel me, that you play, everybody know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all my projects, classics, like 10 plus songs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got 10 mixtapes. I'm working on my 2nd album. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, I'm the man.
And when was the first time you felt that? Like at a show, when you felt that you felt the reaction?
It's just like, man, you come to a Jacquees show and go to another artist show, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I don't even have the full production like all these other big name artists got. But you feel my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have more fun at my show than another one of them artist shows. And they got the whole shebang set up. They done got everything. But when you come to my show, you like, man, it's raw though.
So you're saying you don't really need the bells and whistles?
I want them, but I don't need them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I want them, but I don't need them. I ain't got them. I just started using in-ears at Soul Train.
Mm-hmm.
At the Soul Train Award show, I just started using the plugins in my ears. You know, most people be like, I can't sing, I can't perform like that. I've been thugging it. I've been doing this. You feel me? I've been
exactly.
Do you debut music at shows anymore? Do you just to get the vibe? Like, do you feel like you do anything off?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't play new records that the fans don't know at my shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, if I just drop the record, I might perform it at one of my shows if I feel like, you know, this city might know it. But, you know, right now we on tour, so I ain't even testing the waters. We got like a tour set,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just sticking to the set because I want the tour to be like everything it's supposed to be. But when we get off tour, when we hit the road again, like we always do, then, you know, we'll start dropping stuff. But I always like preview records in the club. Like, if we have an after party or something, I might tell my DJ BG, I'm like, bro, play this song. You feel me? Let's see what let's
get the reaction from
let's
it.
see.
You know
Like,
what I
I
mean?
remember we went to London. I made like 6 records in the studio. We played all of them in the club right after I made them, and the club was going crazy. Like, for real.
So if you're the king, who's the queen?
Dreezy.
Dreezy. Her album just dropped a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, Big Dreez.
Yeah.
It's out right now. Y'all can go get that. She's super talented, super passionate. I want to see her go far, far.
Yeah, it was dope. I was listening to that a couple weeks ago right here in the studio.
Nah, she the truth now.
Dope. Very dope.
Super cold now. The show.
Yeah, the ladies doing their thing right now. Kehlani just dropped yesterday.
Oh, Kehlani dropped. That's my girl.
Kehlani dropped yesterday, and obviously last year was a year of LMA, of course.
Shout out to Ella.
Yeah.
Feel me? Kehlani, that was one of my type friends coming up. Feel me? I rock with Kehlani. Shout out to Kehlani.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ella, man. Shout out to Dreezy, though, man.
Yeah.
Go get that Big Dreez. That's my girl. Go get my girl's album.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Big Dreez. You feel me?
Well, then it's the king and the queen.
Yeah, exactly. Chicago queen for sure.
I like that.
We got Jacquees in the building with us. He's got a show tonight, Providence, at the Strand. So, speaking of ladies, obviously we were just talking about you on stage. I mean, the amount of bras and panties that you must get thrown at you, is it ever overwhelming?
I ain't even gonna lie, I was just at the house, and I was like, that's from a show. That's from a show. You feel me? That's all show stuff.
You keep them, they kind of like, you know.
It's like souvenirs.
Yeah, like little souvenirs, like a reminder.
Yeah, because sometimes the girls be signing them and stuff. And I just had a little box full of them.
Do they write the city on there? Like, this was me. It was Tiffany from...
Man, sometimes these one girls got smart. They put their pictures on them.
Oh, okay.
They put
IG?
Numbers
put the IG on there?
And they put their phone numbers and shit. But of course, I ain't call it because, you know, I'm satisfied where I'm at.
Yeah.
Exactly,
you know
with the queen.
Performing some of the more, like, intimate songs, though. You ever lock eyes with somebody in the crowd? You know what
I
I mean?
always
reach out to them?
I always find the girl that's the most passionate at the shows. You know, the girl, the diehard fan. You know what I'm saying? And even when I see girls in the crowd that's kind of turned down, like, you know, you might have a girl in the front row. Like, she might be like, then I always go for them, like, what you doing in the front row with your hand like that? As soon as I can lock in with them, they turn up. It's like they be waiting on that. You know, it's like they like, damn, I'm in the front row. He ain't looked at me yet.
It's a good strategy.
See, I'm petty. I would just ignore them. I'd be like, you know what? You bored? I don't even want to
Now,
talk
what
to
I do is I just go up to them like when it's time for me to do the parts where I'm going down and going to the crowd, I go for them.
And you get them right into it.
Yeah, because it's like, girl, stop playing with me. You feel me? Like, you know what you came
You know what you're here for.
Yeah, come on.
Absolutely.
And also, I wanted to ask you, so you had obviously a huge 2018, so what's the plan for 2019?
The plan for 2019 is just to go bigger. Shout out to 2018. Shout out to Jesus Christ. Amen. You feel me? It was lit last year. This year it's gonna be even litter. I want to do more movies. Shout out to Nick Cannon. We be talking about movies. Shout out to B Page. We talk about movies. And my album Round 2, that's my sophomore album. You know, I'm done with it. Shout out to everybody that did a feature on it. I got some crazy features. I know this album gonna be bigger than 4275. Of course, every project I do, it always get bigger.
Can you name some of the features at all? Or is that something you holding on to that?
Yeah, well, Lil Baby on the album.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Shout out to the whole QC, the label. Shout out to Pete, Lil Baby. That's my partner.
Yeah, he was just here recently too.
Yeah, that's my brother right there. You feel me? We locked in. Yeah, that's my dog. So, yeah, that's my dog for sure.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, Lil Baby on the album. And the other features, it's just I'm gonna leave it a mystery. But I think Round 2 gonna be my biggest project to date. I made some great music. For this album, I was kind of like flying around, doing songs in different studios. I didn't do it all based in Atlanta. I did a couple of these records in Chicago. You feel me? I did a couple of these records in LA. I did a couple of them in Atlanta. I did a couple of them in New York. I recorded overseas. Well, I recorded overseas last time, 4275, but you know, I got in with some dope producers. The way that we recorded this album was like real crash sessions. I had a lot of different producers in there. Shout out to all the producers. Too many of y'all to name, which I know y'all special to me for sure. Yeah, and it was just like this album right here was real special. Like, it was like the process was different for me. Cause I had changed like what I was doing in my personal life and everything for this album, like, you know, for a certain period of it. So yeah, this one different. I know I'm the remix king, the killer. You feel me? I understand I'm a killer.
Got in some trouble with that stuff.
Yeah, it's only cause I'm a killer though. If I wasn't no killer, I wouldn't have got in trouble.
Right, yeah.
You feel me? I'm just a killer. You feel me?
That's it, man.
So it's like,
you make the beat yours. You flip the script on it.
It's killer instinct, man. It's like military instinct, like killer instinct, like, you feel me? So yeah, man.
That's dope. We're looking forward to that. Do you feel like working with other producers, traveling around,
yeah,
that really brings a different vibe out in making music?
I do. I want to work with like, I still want to work with people like 40, like Drake, them folks.
Yeah.
You feel me? I still want to work with Drake, even though Drake not a producer. Producers.
But it seems like he always goes back to 40 when he needs to kind of find himself again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he needs to get that.
40 a dope producer. He one of the producers that like created a little sound, one of the little sounds too. 40 dope. I like Hitmaker dope. I just did some with Hitmaker for Nick Cannon. Yeah. I didn't even know that was Young Bird.
For a while we didn't either.
That was a big spoiler alert for us too when we found that out.
We kept hearing his drop, like, oh shit, he's been making some hot beats, all that stuff, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, it's Young Bird? Oh,
man, that's
damn.
crazy. Like, I fuck with Young Bird.
Yeah.
For real. And I like, shit, who else? It's a couple producers. Anybody that's making real R&B, I want to work with them, because I probably can't even name them off the back. B. Cox, that's a real R&B legend when it comes to producing. Brian Michael Cox. We were supposed to get some work in for this album, but I was running around so much, and I had done locked in with some more little young producers that I had done, and it was just like, oh man, damn, you feel me? But B. Cox a dope producer. I want to get in with B. Cox, like really lock in with him. Jermaine Dupri.
ATL, of course.
Yeah. They're my dogs, though. Like, I just pull up on them and just get their opinions. Like, I send JD my music and just ask him, like, what you think about this? Like, what you think about that? But to all the producers that's making R&B, I'm open to work, for sure.
We're wrapping it up here with Jacquees. Now, when the whole King of R&B thing came out, you just mentioned JD, who is an OG, obviously.
Yeah.
Who was in your opinion, the craziest person to maybe reach out or show you some love or even just get a mention from, get a little pop from it?
Why the King of R&B thing was going on?
Yeah.
It was dope to get recognized, like Keith Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Keith Sweat, my dog, like, he tried to bring me out on Essence Festival, him and Babyface, but I couldn't make it. I had a show on Valentine's Day. I was supposed to go out. They did like a King of R&B thing for the Essence, and I was supposed to come out. But Keith Sweat, who else? It was Cisco. I ain't know Cisco knew what was going on.
Cisco.
Yeah, KC commented on my Instagram, and then I met him the day after from Jodeci.
Yeah.
Yes.
He gave me some positive words. I just talked to Genuine on FaceTime like 2 weeks ago.
So you're getting the co-signs from all the legends of R&B, basically.
Yeah, man. All the internet is cap.
Yeah.
You feel me? All that stuff you see. Now, that's a couple old heads be hanging for real.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a couple of them that, that give their opinion, but...
Who was the dude that was
you
out?
ran up on somebody.
No.
That was Keith Sweat.
That was Keith Sweat. I remember that.
I didn't know that was Keith, though. Shout out to Keith Sweat. That's like my uncle. I didn't know that was him.
We watched that video a few times.
I was walking past and my boy was like, man, you just heard what he said?
It was funny how you were just walking right past, though. And then, you were like, wait a minute.
Has, no clothes on.
That was great, though. You know what? I think a lot of people were like, damn, all right, Jacquees, he didn't just keep walking. He turned around and embraced it.
I mean, and then, Keith talked about that. He was like, I'm going to tell you something, boy, that was smart.
Yeah.
Like,
it was, though.
Because you smart.
Yeah, we watch and we know from the other side what it's like. Like, you obviously have the talent. You've been blowing up for a while now. It's just like you took that opportunity and you weren't shying. You weren't backing down from it.
It's like I didn't even think that the King thing was gonna turn into that, because if you listen to my music, I've been calling myself a king.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to the Since You Playing intro, I was like, man, I'm feeling like T.I. Yeah, young king like T.I. If you go back and play it, like, if you go back and play Lost That Sea, the first one, I'm talking that king stuff all over it. So it's like, you feel me? If you think that's just like, I was just saying something in one of my songs the other day, and then it happened today. Like, we hopped on the jet.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I was just like, damn, I just said something like that in the song. I was like, damn, it's crazy how everything I be saying in my song. Like, I might say something before I even did it.
Yeah.
Then it end up happening. You feel me? It's crazy. Like, because of course all my songs are experience, but of course some of them, you just think about you just make certain stuff up. You feel me? But then it's like, damn. That shit just happened.
It just happened, yeah. It's real life.
It just happened when we jumped on the PJ. I was like, when I sat down, I was like,
yep.
I just wrote about it.
That's great, and then here you are. And you made it.
Yeah, I believe in the universe. Like, I follow the universe now. For a long time, I didn't. Like, for a long time, I wasn't listening to the world. Like, the world was trying to tell me stuff, and I wouldn't listen. And I would notice different things happening in my life, and I'll be like, damn, I should have listened. So now, I'm just flowing with the universe. I'm just going with everything that, that I'm seeing, like, that I know is good for me. Like, I'm just running with it.
That's dope. And you can bring that spiritual experience out on your live shows, especially tonight here in Providence as well.
Oh, yeah. It always get real at the end of my show.
Yeah.
What can people expect from the show tonight?
Energy. It's going to be crazy. Of course, people love me. You know what I'm saying? I love them, too. But tonight going to be special because this is my debut album tour. So this, like, forget all the mixtapes. It's like if I just hit the scene. This the one that's in Target. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
This the one that y'all go buy, that you beg your parents to buy, that you buy for your kids, that you buy for your cousin, your little cousin, your big cousin. It's gonna come to life tonight, from the intro. Like, from the intro to the end of the show, it all comes to life.
Jacquees, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
King of R&B, royalty in the building.
Sir.
Thank you.